Hi, I'm Chad Martin with North Mississippi Business Community, and we're here today with Jamie Houston, owner, promoter of Summit Fight Championships. All right, Jamie, tell us how you got started in this.
Man, honestly, it was probably in 93, 94. It was like right around the O.J. Simpson trial. I just graduated high school, and I rented a UFC tape, and I started watching it, and I was like, oh my God, I love this. This is awesome. Like this little guy, Royce Gracie's beating all these big, giant guys, and you think, oh yeah, this big 300-pound dude's gonna smash this, goofy looking guy in a gi. It's like, whatever, he's gonna kill him. And then he was just like killing, he's winning all the fights, and I just became obsessed with it. And I rented every tape that at the time Blockbuster had, and every time I'd go in, I'd look for a new one, and so anyway, I just got real into it, and then I decided I wanted to start training, and I don't know, 10 or 12 years went by. I guess it was around when I was 30. I started training, and I had a goal that I wanted to fight because I went to a live event, and I thought, I could kick these guys' butts just now, so I thought, because it doesn't look that hard when you're watching the fights. But when you actually get in there and start training, then you realize, oh, I'm not a bad dude, I'm not Mr. Macho. So anyway, I started training, and then had my first fight, I don't know, 3 or 4 months later, and won that fight in the first round, and then just started actively fighting as an amateur. And then in August of 2011, I turned pro, and since then I've had 3 pro fights, and I'm 3-0 as a pro in MMA, and then I've had 1 pro boxing match as well. At the same time, I took on a role as a matchmaker, and I was matchmaking the fights as well, and just continue to matchmake, and develop tons of relationships over the whole community, with the MMA community, with fighters and coaches, and putting pro-am shows on and that kind of thing. And I broke my hand in a fight in January, and I just got real bad tendonitis in my elbow, and so obviously my age, I'm 38 now, and my age is kind of catching up with me a little bit with these injuries that are hindering me from continuing to be a fighter. So I decided to take all my relationships that I've already made with the coaches, the fighters. I felt like I was doing a lot of that, of the promotion side already myself. So I opened my own business, got my LLC kicked off and running, and got my promoter's license with the state.
So what sets Summit Fighting Championships apart from these other promotions?
Well, the biggest thing that sets it apart is the fact that, I am a fighter, and not only am I a fighter, I'm a matchmaker, I'm a coach, I'm a trainer. I'm involved completely in the MMA scene. And I think that a lot of promoters are arrogant. Everybody's there to make a living, but you've got to share your wealth and take care of the fighters. You've got to showcase them in a nice facility, and you have to appease the person that's paying the ticket, and that's the fans. Promoting the show as a product, that it's the best show for the fighters to showcase their skills, and it's the best show in the area for the fans to just get the best bang for their buck, so to speak, will make the difference in Summit Fighting Championships.
All right, where do you see Summit Fighting Championships going in the future? What's your vision for it?
Man, ultimately, you know, like MMA has just blown up, you know, and you know, I want to be knocking on Bellator's door. I want to be knocking on UFC's door one day. I want to build a, you know, fight organization across the U.S., maybe one day overseas, you know, like, you know, so, I mean, I'm starting local. It's a long road ahead of me, and but I've got a great base.
How do they get a hold of you? How do they find out about these matches coming up?
So online they can get it at localmmatickets.com. They just look for Summit Fighting Championships in the you know, in the settings or whatever, and you click on Summit Fighting Championships and you can purchase your tickets there. You know, if no one's ever been to a live MMA event, if they've watched the UFC and said, "Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool," yeah, well, when you go to a live event, it's completely the opposite feeling. It's almost like an addiction. You know, you'll want to go to the next one, then you'll want to go to the next one, then you want to see it again. You know, like it's, you know, you'll constantly want to go to MMA shows because just the excitement and the audience and just the atmosphere alone is complete addiction. I mean, I've had 1,000 friends say I've never been, and they come and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm going to every one of them," you know. And then I still see people still coming, you know, to different shows, and but anyway, you know, I've got a great grudge match for the main event. These two guys personally just hate each other. It's nothing fake. I mean, they've been blasting each other for months about wanting to, you know, fight each other, and not just in the cage. I mean, they're both pro fighters, but it eventually came to, you know, if we're going to do this, let's do it in the cage. And anyway, it's going to be insane. These two guys just literally hate each other, and you know, I got to get a special ref just to ref these two heavyweights, because they're, you know, they hate each other so much that they might not stop fighting if they're told to stop, you know.
All right, Jamie, thank you so much for meeting with us today. It was great learning more about MMA and what you do in your promotion. For those of you out there, if you've never been to an MMA fight, and I know there's a lot of people, it's a huge sport right now and it's really taking off. So for those of you guys who've never been to one, on December 14th, South Haven Arena,
Right.
South Haven, Mississippi, come on out. Jamie's got a huge card, grudge match coming. It's going to be exciting, fun. Don't miss it.